welcome to a very early morning edition of Davy's Game Corner. Now, today I've been tagged, which is awesome news again, by SuperLucasBros, and I have a couple of quick questions to get through. So I'm going to start with the tag response, and then I'm going to talk about a couple of pickups and some podcast information. So without further ado, let's get straight onto it. Now, the first question that I've been asked is, during a long game session, what is my favourite sort of substance to rehydrate myself and to snack on whilst gaming? Now, I would say beer, but I don't really drink that much when I game, to be fair, as it sort of impairs certain senses. So I have to go for the good old trusty bottle of Vimto. Now, I'm hooked on Vimto. I drink it as often as I can when I can, if not drinking water. So, love the taste of Vimto. I don't know what it is, but when it's been chilled for a little bit, it's the greatest drink ever made. And sort of snack-wise, usually ranges from things like cheese and crackers. I know that's really weird. I tend to melt a bit of cheese on some crackers and have that. Or I tend to gorge on snaps. These are some really nice tomato flavoured crisps. I used to eat them all the time as a kid, and they still do them now. Chocolate wise would have to be Maltesers. So that's the first question. The second question, if my life was a game, what would it be? Now, I also was thinking about witty answers for this. There's been like RPGs and things like that. However, I do think my life is kind of like Fable 2. It pans out the same way. You grow up, you have to solve quests in life, sort of the whole finding a job, things like that, and you can go down to the pub and get drunk. So my life would be, in essence, Fable 2. And there are also your tough choices to make throughout life, so I would compare my life to that game. Now, the next thing I'd like to talk to you about is the games I've recently picked up and the games that I am playing this week. Now, I sold Black Ops, and I have said to you guys before that I don't sell my games. But being the fact it's a week before Christmas, I need something to pass the time when I get home from work. And being the fact this was on special offer, I decided to pick up Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Now, it's a fantastic single player game, but the real magic lies in its multiplayer. If you can get a full room, 4 felons and 4 police, then you're in for such a good set of matches. You've got things ranging from spike strips to EMPs, helicopters, turbo boosts and the like. And it's such a graphically beautiful game that it will just keep you in awe. Looking at the detail from the cars to the detail from the level design, it's just fantastic. One thing that I would like to say is a very small quibble of mine, is that EA Games, whenever they did a Burnout game, being the fact that they are being published as well alongside Criterion, who used to do Burnout games, or hopefully will still be doing the Burnout games, they used to do a really good set of soundtracks. Burnout 3 Takedown has to be my all-time favourite track listing. And putting this game on, knowing that they were going to have licensed tracks, I was expecting some really, really good bands and groups, things like that. Not really the greatest selection of music. A few catchy tunes that I've never heard before. But thankfully there is custom soundtracks, so that's the only quibble that I'd have about that game. And earlier on when I was at work, I was browsing through the PS2 section, just walking past, and something caught my eye, which is usually slightly more expensive in the eBay markets. And it is Valkyrie Profile. Let's try and say this correctly. It's either Silmaria or Silmaria. And I did have a copy of this. Unfortunately, it's not got its manual. But it's a fantastic little game. The opening cutscene is what made me want to buy this back again. I only paid £3.50 for this game. It usually racks up to about £12 to £15, depending on the buyer, the seller on eBay. And from the little cutscene at the start, and from what I remember from the first little playthrough, you seem to be like it's a 2D side, 2.5D I'd say. It's got its mixture of 3D. Sort of like 2.5D RPG with a kind of unique battle system. But I'll definitely get around to just knocking up a quick bit of footage just to show you the different aspects of the game and how it's played. It's also made by Squeenix, so you know it's going to be a good game. And they also have other editions on PSP. I think there's a version on the PS3. I haven't really found anything like that. The PSP version is really weirdly difficult. I haven't got through the first dungeon yet. I can't figure out how to get out to start saving the world and stuff like that. And finally is Grid. Now I've had this one for an age and I loved it and then put it down, and last Sunday I picked it back up again, put it back in the old Xbox and thought let's give it a go, and I fell back in love with this game. It's basically your regular racer with different aspects, sort of drifting, the Formula 1 cars, the smaller versions. You've got like touring cars, rally cars and all that. The unique thing about that game is that if you crash, you can rewind time to before the crash, hit the X button, and you can start again, and you can redo the broken line that you did. So if you crashed into a wall, you now know to hit the brakes slightly earlier. I thought it was a really good aspect for a racing game, so definitely one to check out. Game Station sell it for $7.99, so that it's a decent price. I paid a tenner for it, and I don't regret paying that. So that's all the games that I've been playing this week. Now finally, last Saturday, I think it was last Saturday, or the week before, I actually did a podcast with Born Survivor 123 and Dan W547, and it is called the Half Arsed Podcast, and I will leave a link below. And they have kindly asked me to come back onto the show, and hopefully, if my work and times that I'm not busy don't clash with the times that they record the show, I'm hoping to be a regular with them. And it's a really good podcast. There is a little bit of explicit language in, but it's all in good fun. We basically will talk about the games that we've been playing and different aspects, sort of like the episode that we've just done, that I was on, was about the Kinect and the Move and future aspects of gaming, things like that. And then we finished off talking about 3DS and sort of games that we're looking forward to play. So obviously I'm going to leave a link below, and I'll leave links to the other guys that I've mentioned in the video. So I'd like to say thank you for SuperLucasBros for the tag, and also thank you to everyone for watching. It's only it's under a week for Christmas. So guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Hope the snow doesn't stop you from getting to places. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I will see you hopefully just after Christmas. Take care guys. Thank you.